Hey, I'm Will, BridgeWorksGames.com. This is my buddy Luke, and we are working on a tank shooter game. What are we doing right now? What's the next step?
Make it shoot.
All right, yeah. So last video we did a muzzle flash, and now we need to actually make a bullet that'll travel through the sky and collide into stuff. And but for right now, we'll just make it fly. Yeah. Oh, and then we'll delete it after a certain amount of time.
That's important, I hear.
Yep, using our brand new kill timer function that we made in our previous video. First thing we need to do is make our bullet. And what do you think we need to make it into? I'll tell you what, we're going to be using a lot.
Prefab.
This is amazing.
Like the thingies.
Like the muzzle flash. Yeah, a lot of what we're going to do is replica of the muzzle flash.
So does that go into this thing too?
Yeah, it will eventually.
Oh, wait, that's not how that works.
It will eventually. So right now, let's just create a sphere. Just right-click anywhere in the hierarchy, and we can click Create or 3D Object. You're right, it's Sphere.
Not like we're just gonna use spheres.
This is perfect. Yeah. What do you think?
Bullets. But I think this will look good. Because it reminds me of the Wii tanks. So
Awesome.
That's good.
One thing I'm noticing right now is it's a little big. Let's make it a little smaller by adjusting the scale on all three. We can do 0.25 on all three.
Whoa.
Yeah, I would just type it in and then hit tab to go to the next one. There you go.
I initially was dragging because I thought it was tied.
I gotcha. Yeah.
Wrong.
So I think that would probably be a good size. If we want to make it a little bigger, we can always do that later. The fact it's a prefab means we can edit the prefab once, and then it'll do that. It'll make those effects for the rest of the game.
I think that's perfect. I mean, it's about the size of it's a little bigger than the nozzle, and that'll work.
Cool. What I want to do
Barrel.
is change the color. I don't like that it's white. It kind of bothers
Yeah,
me.
it's kind of boring, huh?
Yeah. So if you
Let's
go
see
to
here.
Project. Go to
Oh, because
Project
we're gonna
tab.
there's like Wait, what about this?
That changes the entire default material. I think it'd be more wise to click on your Project tab.
Fine.
And then you've got some colors there given to you, but if we want, let's make a brand new one just for the sake of being able to teach that. So if you right click anywhere and create material, it's in the middle. There you go. So we want to save it first. And we can, it looks like we're still editing it, which is kind of, there we go. Now it's saved. You can see there, it's in that folder. It's with the mix.
Oh, it's right here.
Yeah, you can right click it, click rename, and then maybe bullet matte if you wanted to. Now, as you edit this is going to change just this material.
Okay, so are we going for something like cartoony that'll pop out really well on the stage, or are we doing like an actual bullet?
Your call. In my game that I did, I just took the pre-existing tank color. You can see it in there, the green. And I used that one to make that the green bullets, because you're also going to be having enemy bullets as well.
Oh.
So I just used the green bullets to make it look like it belongs to the tank, and you can know which ones are yours.
You just stole the color.
Yeah.
So I should probably get the color from that then, huh?
It doesn't matter either way.
But okay. I think that's well.
Do you
That's
want? I can show you
pretty
how you can
close.
get the color from that if you wanted to see how that works.
It's okay.
Okay, cool. Well, just for the sake of the video, you would right click on whatever you want, and then you can hit duplicate, and then you can edit the copy. Yeah.
Look,
You like that?
they're like void orbs.
So we haven't
Shooting
actually
little things of plasma.
applied it into our bullet yet. Let's apply it to our bullet first. So
Okay.
that way we can see what it does. The easiest way to do this is to just click your new material you created in the folder and drag and drop it into the bullet. There you go.
Oh,
So now you get an idea of what it looks like while it's flying through the air.
okay.
And you also want to keep your eye on the game tab in the bottom left. Next thing we'll do, actually the thing we should have done previously, in your hierarchy, we have an object called sphere. Let's change that to, I would call it bullet prefab. We specifically want to label this as a prefab. Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Can you say that out loud, Will?
I can't.
Several times really fast?
Deca prefab, deca prefab, deca prefab.
No, just the front.
Yeah.
Praise Gork and Mork with the daka.
I want to attach a rigid body to this.
Ooh.
So if we click on add component in the inspector down at the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Rigid
type in, there
body.
you go. Yeah, make sure it's rigid body, not rigid body 2D.
Yep.
Great. This is everything. Project. In the project tab, you've got my prefabs. If you can click on that for me. And then we're going to take our Docker prefab, click and drag from the hierarchy and bring it into this folder. Yeah. We'll delete this in the hierarchy. We want to get rid of it.
Elite.
Awesome.
Rest in peace.
We'll get into the tank script. And we're going to write the code to make it appear. It's going to be in the same spot that we were working in our muzzle flash. So that's going to be the single shot function. That's what we called it.
Single shot. Shoot. Single shot.
Beautiful. Shoot is called every frame. That one looks for the input from the mouse. And then once that input is down, it calls single shot. Lines 120 through 126 work with the muzzle flash.
Correct.
So we would go below this now, and we're going to start building the bullet. It's up to you if you want to wrap them in new functions.
Just like bullet.
Yeah, make bullet, and then make flash if you wanted to. It's up to you. Or leave it. It's going to pretty much be the same amount of lines of code.
Now
my pitch for
I
it,
think it should be all the same. It's fine.
all right. My pitch for it is that I find that I kind of get lost as to what my code's doing. So anytime I find myself wanting to put like a comment on there, I realize it's better to wrap it inside of a function that tells me later on what this is doing. And the name of the function will work to do that, self-commenting code.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Sweet. First thing we'll do is we'll instantiate our bullet. Actually, before we do any of that, let's make a reference to it. So let's go way to the top in our method and all our variables and stuff. And yeah, we'll do exactly that. Public game object, or capital G, and we'll say bullet prefab. And we'll save it while we're thinking about it, and then hop back over to Unity. We'll click on tank, and then we'll take the prefab, and we'll drag it in there.
Okay.
Beautiful. We can go back to the script now. Let's go to our create bullet function.
Okay.
And we're going to make a bullet. So very much like you have on line 130, we're going to be recreating it. But rather than particle system, we'll make game object.
Do we need a quaternion?
No, this one's going to be fine. We're going to use I'm glad you asked that. We will use, it doesn't matter actually. It's a sphere, so the rotation of the object doesn't matter.
Oh.
Game object, my bullet, equals instantiate. And we're going to do exactly like you have above. Yeah, that's perfect. We'll use the muzzle flash position dot transform dot position. There you go. Because it's going to show up in the exact same spot. And then we can make it, if you do a comma, we'll do
Myrot? Or do we not need the Myrot?
No, and we don't have scope either. So
As game object.
I actually don't know if this will work. I'm going to assume that it won't. After the N in position, hit a comma for me. And we're going to add in capital Q quaternion dot lowercase I identity. Yeah, there you go. And that's just 0, 0, 0, 0, technically. It's 4 zeros.
Okay.
Cool. Next thing we'll do is reference the rigid body on that my bullet that we created. So we'll say capital R rigid body. And then, I don't know, bullet RB. It doesn't matter.
Bullet RB?
Yeah, for bullet rigid body.
Oh, bullet rigid body.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
or rigid body bullet, whatever you want to do. Equals my bullet dot capital G get component. Less than simple.
Oh, less? Oh.
There you go. Yep. And we're going to do rigid body.
Yeah.
We haven't done this one in a while.
Really?
Yeah, it's casting, yeah, or dynamic casting. And then open and close parentheses. And then semicolon.
What? Kind of garble. What are we writing? HTML?
It's assembly, actually. No, I'm kidding. If you go up to the top...
I don't want to write... No.
It comes from the C family. It's actually dynamic casting.
Okay.
If you go up to the top, they've got an example of it there on line 22. And that came with the code that we got from the Unity documentation. It used to say add component, but we switched to the get component.
So is this specific to the get component or whatever function?
Yeah, you got it.
Like, are there other functions that use that, though?
Get component, add component. Usually if it's dealing with the you know what, when you're creating data structures, we'll do it as well. If you had a list of queues or a list of game objects, you would use those.
So this is just symbols. So this is like saying that you're referencing an object instead of a, I don't know, what would be the difference between that and like,
it's the data class or the class type. The data type, excuse me. Yeah, it's the data type it's looking for. And then it becomes part of that function. And then we call it.
So
it's voodoo magic.
Okay.
We're gonna have a direction. We want the forward in reference to
where it left the bullet bunghole.
Yes, if you will. Yeah. It should be the turret bunghole. Yeah. All right.
It's like the fine.
Capital V vector 3. We'll just call it forward. Equals. Let's do.
Would it be?
I want to do muzzle flash. Dot transform. Dot capital T. Now you're just going too fast. Capital T. There it is. Your second one. Transform direction. Yeah. And then we're going to do vector. So open paren. It's a method. And then capital V vector 3 dot forward. Cool. So what that is it's forward, vector 3 dot forward, but not in the world space. It's in the reference to the muzzle flash. So depending on wherever it's pointing, we're just saying wherever you are, whatever your rotation is, muzzle flash, get the forward direction.
Okay.
Now we'll add force to the rigid body. So bullet RB. Yeah. Dot capital A add force.
Just like that. Okay.
Yeah, and then yep, you got it. And then we're gonna do forward, do a space, and then your shift 8 for your multiplication symbol. So forward times, and then we could do bullet speed if you want to call it. And then it's a float that you'll need to reference in your inspector up above.
It's time to kill.
If we write code together,
fine, I'll change it to something more realistic because I'm not going to remember that either. It's time to kill. It's the time it takes to kill.
That's great. We can edit in the inspector. Love it. Last thing we need to do. We created a bullet. We told what direction to go.
It got to go bye-bye.
Exactly. Exactly. And we can tell it how long with our new wrapper function. It's super easy to call.
My bullet dot game object, which is stupid. It should all be the same casing, but whatever. 3, I don't know.
That's
right?
beautiful.
3 seconds
Yeah, we'll
should
try it
probably
out.
be something.
Yeah.
Ooh, actually, I want to do bullet time.
You want to edit that in the prefab?
Mm-hmm.
In the inspector? Okay, cool. Or, I don't know why I said prefab. Inspector, yeah.
Because, like, I don't know. It depends on how far out we want it to go, right?
That's cool.
Like, that's the whole idea of this.
That's it. And that is our entire function. Unless if there... Oh, we got an error. Let's hit that console tab, see what we did wrong. All right, if you can click on the top one for me. Lowercase b on rigid body.
You gotta be kidding me, right? What is with this thing? Is it here? Is this where it's angry?
All of it. Yeah. You did everything wrong, pretty much.
It is not a single word. Game object is... I'm fine with this.
It's amazing. It's like a self-looking...
I think it needs to... I think this
is
needs
beautiful.
some work.
We're done.
I think this is an issue.
I'm gonna close the video out. All right, so we created a bullet. It travels through the sky.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so what do you think?
This
what do you
in
think's
no
going
way
on?
works. Well, so we didn't really give it a position to start at, so it's probably just starting wherever 000 is, right?
We did.
We gave it a...
At least I thought we did. I thought
I
we
don't-
said muzzle flash transform position.
Is that callable in our scope?
Let's unplay. Let's head back to the.
Also, they
script there.
did not have any velocity. I just want to say that.
Mm-hmm. That could be it too. Here we go. So right there in the instantiate function is where we said muzzle flash dot
Oh
transform
yeah,
dot
I
position.
guess that is acceptable.
That's where it's gonna exist, and then quaternion 0. Well, there's two things I want to try. One is my game object does not have gravity. My bullet, my prefab, I switch gravity off and just have it float through the sky. We could try that first, and then the second thing is actually let's just try that first. Let's head back to Unity. We'll go to project. Down below. Actually, you could go that way if you wanted to. I'll show you another trick around it. If you're on your tank, yeah, and if you double click on that, it'll bring you straight to the prefab. That's another way to do it too.
Gravity.
Yeah, so we just turned off gravity in the rigid body. That's perfect. And then we'll hit play and see what we get there. It's really similar. It's going to that same specific location. Can we... The portion that says maximize on play, or can we... Actually, I don't think you can do it. Let's unmaximize. Yeah, and stop that from happening. And then now in your hierarchy, let's go back one to where we can see publicly. Right now we're solely focused on that prefab. And what I want to do is click on one and then hit pause for me. So click, 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 pause. Do you know where pause is?
I do. It's up there. I just gotta get there in time.
Cool.
There we go.
So where is it going? It's going at position 14 on the Y. You know, before we just get into it, let's unplay and then we'll increase the velocity.
Okay.
Mine is at... My bullet speed is 300.
It's still going straight down.
I think it's appearing in that specific location. No matter where it is. It's always right there.
It is, yeah.
Wait a minute. Can you open your tank up for me in the hierarchy?
Yeah.
The triangle. And then muzzle flash position. And then go back to... Actually, go to the tank for me for a second. Yeah, there you go. And then muzzle flash position. That's our problem. Now let's notice it says muzzle flash. Muzzle flash versus muzzle flash position. Our naming convention was really similar. Let's go in your script. This is the problem. Got it.
Okay.
So muzzle flash.
And
And that's actually what you have on line 132. Also.
It is.
Yeah.
It totally is.
Dang it.
Typo loop strikes again.
Yeah.
I got it going for a couple of, let's say like 5 seconds here, and it'll go real fast or something. I don't know. Uh-oh.
Yeah, what's it doing?
That's not good.
You know what? I know what it is. Let's unplay. Let's go back to the inspector again.
Okay.
Or, I'm sorry, back into the code. My bad. So it's the same thing as before, where it says forward, 145, muzzle flash needs to be muzzle flash pose. Yeah, there you go.
Yep. That would do it.
Yikes.
Good job, me.
Oh, I mean, it's all good.
So
what's it doing?
It's different.
Oh, you know what we did?
Remember?
We rotated it. So that's fine. Let's do this. Can you, while you're still playing like this, can you click on muzzle flash position for me? In your hierarchy. Yeah, there you go. And now start playing around okay, notice it's the X. So the X is what we need. Perfect.
The X is correct.
The X is great. So yeah, this is great. Let's hit unplay and we'll go into the script again.
Okay.
Just because we rotated it, rather than in line 145, we need to change it from vector3.forward at the very end. Super far end, yeah. Then we need to make that vector3.right, lowercase r. Yeah, there we go. That should do it.
Easy peasy.
Yeah.
I'm maximizing because I believe.
I feel the confidence.
Hello. I could use some more speed though.
You think of more speed?
I don't know. It depends on what you want, I guess.
They're going away pretty fast too. Maybe we should increase it to 10. Oh no, they're not. They're not. Interesting. Check this out.
It's the camera angle.
Shoot at us.
Yeah, well, if I start going towards us, it's
you're going away. Perfect. Let's edit that. I could show you how. We'll unplay and we'll click on the camera, main camera in the hierarchy. And we're looking for clipping. Clipping planes near 0.3. It's underneath size. One more. There you go. Make that -5.
Numlock was off.
Oh yeah.
Bane of my existence.
It's the back of the camera. Like whatever's behind it, how far back can we go? And then if you edited it, if you change the camera perspective in the scene view, you can see as you change that number in the clipping where the camera sits, you can see it go behind or forward. Yeah. It's really not a big deal, but great. 2. Our camera is kind of close.
Yeah.
And that might be
how do I...
I'll show you. You change the size.
This, like this?
No, it's called size. It's in the camera. There you go, right there.
6, like 7. That looks pretty good.
Looks good, yeah.
Delete us.
Oh, interesting. I'm noticing something else here. Go over to the far right. Move your tank up to the top right corner, and then shoot over to the left, straight as you can.
Yeah, it's going up.
Yeah, that's that 10-degree adjust that you got on that muzzle flash. 15-degree could cause a problem.
That definitely could. Should we use a different position for the bullet, or should we just change the muzzle flash?
I would change the muzzle flash.
And honestly, this looks fine.
Okay. We good?
Yeah.
You feeling
I think
right?
that's I like it. It looks good.
Well, we got a bullet moving through the sky, and next thing we'll do is get a turret prefab that'll exist in the world, and then we'll hit it and blow it up. And let's do that next. Awesome.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
cool.
Bye. What are we doing?
I love watching you take your drinks of water after I do my jokes, knowing that that joke is about to get edited out. It's just confirmation.